All right, good morning, boys and girls. So, I've already spoken about the lockdown files, but they're getting even better. You remember when they were telling you they were following the science? Well, the scientists said they didn't. Matt Hancock did not at all follow the science. So, Dr. Whitney or whatever the friggin' that dude's name is, he's come out and said, actually, the virus isn't that deadly, so we don't need to rush the vaccine. Hold on, I thought everybody was dying. Oh no, that's right. They knew back in, what was it, February or March, there was like 0.06%. And children had more chance of dying of the flu. But then you remember they started pushing the vaccines on children. Like 6 months year old. Why? Here in Australia, there's probably a reason. Queensland signed a massive deal with Moderna or Pfizer, and Victoria signed a massive deal with Moderna or Pfizer. It's each or. I'm not sure which way it is. But yeah, no corruption there, boys and girls. You've got to look into these lockdown files. It's amazing. The UK government didn't want to say it came from the Wuhan lab because they didn't want to upset the Chinese. So I have to give points to Scott Morrison, and I don't usually like him, for calling out saying, yeah, actually we need an investigation into the Wuhan lab. Nobody else's. So I have to give him points on that. Okay, so the virus escaped from Wuhan, right? There's a lab that's called the Wuhan Coronavirus Lab. But no, it's at the wet market. Yes. Why is everybody so scared of the Chinese? Oh, because they don't want to piss them off so they don't get paid, I suppose. Good point. I make a good point there. Oh man, it's just unbelievable. You need to go check out these messages. The corruption, the deceit, the lies. Like, Matt Hancock was told, you don't need to quarantine for 2 weeks. Like 5 days, 7 days. That's all you need. And you go, oh, well, if we say that now, then we look like we were wrong. Yes, you were wrong and you fucking lied. Here in Australia, so whose science were they following? Evidently not the real science. Because remember, as I said, Dr. Malone, the guy that owns the patents for the mRNA, not vaccine, gene therapy, let's start using the correct terminology. He's come out and he's like, oi, this is bad. Stop. The guy that won the Nobel Prize, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, that actually invented the PCR test, he's like, oi, don't use this. This is not the right thing for this. And if you use them at over 40 cycles, you can pick up any disease. Anything. And he suddenly died when he started speaking out. But yeah, the Queensland government, all the governments in Australia, were using them at 44 cycles. So they were all false positives. They knowingly lied. As I've said, I'm just a dumb redneck. And I knew this from the beginning. You can go back and watch my videos. And you all went out and fucking succumbed and got your vaccine, your gene therapy shot, didn't you? But there is some good news. Let's get to the good news. In the UK, the people are starting to rebel against these 15-minute cities. See, Sadiq Khan and all these other muppets are putting up these cameras which stop you driving. And if you drive out of your area, you get fined £80. So they actually make you drive further to go to where you need to go, just to stay out of the little area, right, that you can't drive through. And I do not approve of any vandalism. I think it's bad. Violence, vandalism, it's terrible. But all the cameras in these areas are starting to have their little cords cut or getting paint put in front of the lens. Naughty, naughty people. You should not vandalize these cameras that are spying on you and sending you fines for driving. Oh yes, yeah, don't vandalize. That's all I should say. So this is the new world order's little puppet master Sadiq Khan doing all this shit. 15-minute city, babies. I've told you about them before. Do not vandalize the cameras. It is bad. You must accept the fines that you are carbon, and they say carbon is bad, right? Carbon's killing everybody. You are carbon, so you must accept the fines that you will receive because you are carbon. Okay? Just accept them. Don't vandalize anything. Alright, I'm going to come back with another video tomorrow. Love yous.